What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of Kegs and Eggs, where the beer flows like wine and no one ever goes home hungry. In this episode, the three of us are sitting together talking a bit about diets, and more specifically, the ketogenic diet. This episode's a little more structured and informative than we usually do, so try to take everything we say with a grain of salt. None of us are experts really in anything. We're kind of just speaking from our personal experiences and things we've learned along the way. So I hope you enjoy the show. Please rate, review, and subscribe if you can. That would be so helpful for us as we're getting started in the world of podcasting. I don't want to be that guy and begging for stuff already in episode 2, but if you can, that'd be super helpful. Thanks again for listening. Enjoy the show, guys. Thanks.
What's up, guys? This is Kegs and Eggs podcast, take number 2 for episode 2. We had a little bit of a shaky start there.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Our PC froze up on us there real quick.
Sorry, guys.
That's what happens when you try to record podcasts on a laptop that's like 10 years old.
So we were just discussing, you were fiddling with technology, but we were just discussing Get Out. Have you seen Get Out?
The movie?
Get it? No?
Thriller?
Have you seen Key and Peele?
Oh, yeah.
He did the horror movie.
Yeah. Get it. Yeah. Okay.
Get Out.
Yeah, I saw. Okay.
You saw the movie?
Yep.
Dude, it's a pretty good movie. I was surprised.
I want to say I've seen it, but I don't know.
You
if
would
I've seen
remember. It was a new movie.
A thriller like that, like put together by somebody who writes comedy. That was kind of impressive for me.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. I really didn't think I was gonna like it. Like, I went into it, I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. Whatever, I'm watching it by myself. I don't care. I started it, and by like halfway through it, I'm like, oh, get out! Get out! No! Those are crazy white people! Get out of there! They're gonna take you! They're crazy! You gotta see it. You have to see the movie.
I don't think I've seen it. Because there was two movies.
It's really good.
There was a Donut, or Get Out, and then there was a Be Quiet or something that came out around the same time.
That was
The one with the blind guy in the house. That was.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that.
So I get them mixed up because they're both around like the same time, and then they came out. So.
Be Quiet or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. A Quiet? No, not
No,
a
Quiet Place was more recent. That was really good, though.
That was with Jim from The Office.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
I heard that movie was cool.
It was actually good. I saw it.
Really good.
I just never got around to it.
If you ever see it, don't eat loud food at the same time because it ruins the whole experience.
Right, because it's a quiet
It's a
place.
very quiet.
It's a very quiet place.
Oh no!
Don't eat chips. Don't eat popcorn in a loud crunchy bag.
A bag of chips.
It's hilarious.
Don't eat Cheetos.
It ruins the experience. Speaking of Cheetos, let's jump back right into what we were talking about a second ago. Yeah, so start again because we lost that beginning of that recording. It was your buddy Tim.
Right, okay.
Tim.
Chris. Tim's watching right now.
Tim's watching. Tim.
Hey Tim, shout out to you.
What up, Tim?
You're in the You're now officially a part of the second episode of Kegs and Eggs.
Yeah. So this is your buddy Chris, right?
So my buddy Chris, who I mentioned in the first episode.
Yeah. Start again because we didn't get any of it.
Right. We were talking about different diets. So the other day we were talking on the phone, and I was explaining to him the premise of the podcast. I'm like, yeah, we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about lifestyle. We're going to talk about some drinks. You know, keep it pretty relaxed. I said it's gonna work well because a friend of mine is like there's 3 of us, and one's from Montreal, one's from Boston. I'm from like Toronto, Hamilton area, and I said I follow a paleo diet. I said Vinny follows a ketogenic diet, and then he stepped in and said, okay, well all you need now is a fat guy, and we were like. I'm like, well, I mean, Nils isn't skinny, so... I mean, yeah, Nils fits that profile.
I'm the Jonah Hill of this podcast.
Exactly. There's going to be before and after photos of him.
Speaking of Jonah Hill, have you seen him lately? He lost like a ton of weight.
He fluctuates for movies all the time.
He's just like up, down. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
So and then
But
Nils,
he's less funny now, guys. Come on, he's a little bit less funny.
He's clearly less funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what happens.
too serious.
Yeah,
After
you guys aren't funny at all.
No,
After
you're clearly the funniest one here.
This is true.
the highest intellect. So.
Also true.
The human Google.
It's true. So yeah, we were just talking about different diets.
So you said he lost a bunch of weight on he started the ketogenic.
He started ketogenic. I wouldn't say he was like morbidly obese or anything, but he was definitely putting on some like hard weight.
Okay,
like,
and did he do this all? Did he start the diet and start doing the jujitsu at the same? Because you had mentioned before that he started jujitsu.
So he does BJJ, he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and
Yeah.
he started that afterward, I believe.
Okay, so he started the diet and then went to Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I don't believe he was even working out at all
Really, he just started
to lose the weight. Like he was
switched
just
to
like, I'm going to
ketogenic?
switch diets. It's like all mental.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it. And Chris is the kind of guy who, when he goes for something, he like commits.
Yeah.
Like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And to the point where he lost all this weight, did a ketogenic diet. I remember like those little lunch boxes with like avocado and like certain. He was doing the bulletproof coffee, and he was doing all these kinds of like healthy.
Dude, have you had that bulletproof coffee?
I have. Yeah.
It's pretty tasty.
I don't.
man.
I couldn't say that I've had it with grass-fed butter.
I have. I do the Kerrygold, the Irish
okay.
butter
Yeah.
is
European style.
grass fed.
Yeah.
But I've just had it with like regular butter, but I've never had it with that. I'm sure there's a difference though.
Probably.
Which is-
Maybe a texture difference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to do the
But-
MCT oil because that's my.
So that's what I do. When I do it, I don't do it like every day or anything. But when I have done it in the past, it's been I do a few teaspoons or tablespoons of MCT oil, and then you do like a tablespoon of the grass fed
Yeah.
butter. To like so much, I do French press coffee at home.
Oh yeah.
So I do like a little bit of nice dark French press coffee. Just
You get
throw
the
in my
most flavor of
Vitamix,
that, too.
blend it up. I told my cousin about this. He's like, my cousin Cameron. He's like, he came to your wedding. He's like 17 or whatever. I told him about it. I'm like, just trust me, bro. I was making breakfast. So he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me. He's like, you're putting butter in my coffee. He's like, what are you
to
doing?
anyone else, you're like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
I'm like, I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
bud, just trust me. This is gonna be delicious. And he's like, what's this oil? You're just putting oil and butter in my coffee. I'm like, listen, shut your mouth, drink it. And he took a sip and he's like, no sugar, none of that. He's like, this is delicious.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is amazing.
I mainly drink coffee black, anyways.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Same.
Same. It seemed to be like a nice start to the day. It's almost like a breakfast.
Oh, it's like a meal supplement.
Yeah, it's
Because you're getting the fats, but you're getting your caffeine kick and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because
Replacement.
because you're getting that fat from that grass-fed butter, it'll slow it down. It slows the caffeine consumption to your bloodstream.
does it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a really cool effect. I was just reading a book on it, and actually, not falsely. I did read a book.
He lies about reading books sometimes.
I lie all the time about reading books. I apologize. No, yeah, I should. Again, I'm lying right now. It's an
Cite
audio
this book. What's the name of this book?
It's an audio book. I'm
Name
lying.
this book right now, please.
It's own.
Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, it's a coffee butter consumption
It's called Butter in Your Coffee
by TJ Starbucks.
Tim Horton Bucks.
Sour cream donut.
Yeah, no, it's Own the Day by Aubrey.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, or-
and it
yeah,
is an
yeah.
audiobook. You sent us.
And it is an audiobook.
Yeah. I remember you
And
sent
it's
that.
it's
to me.
great. It's cool. And he doesn't same thing. He doesn't say like one diet for all. He just gives you nutritional advice on multiple things. So, but same thing. He's very much leaning towards the keto paleo regime.
And so, do you know any more details about it? So it actually slows consumption of caffeine?
I'd
into
have
your
to look
body?
it up. I
Like
don't- I
throughout the
don't
day?
wanna-
Or does it...
No, so basically what he was saying is, because every day, like, I'll start my day off with literally just wake up, like, go grab espresso shot, Keurig, espresso shot, and then
Yeah.
Keurig, and then done. And I'm like, okay, I'm awake. I'm not groggy anymore, right?
Yeah.
In the book, he's saying that, like, that's, like, igniting your like, body. Like, he goes, that's like instead of having, like, an alarm clock, that's like having, like, a fire alarm go off.
Yeah.
Instead of an alarm clock for your body. He's like, it's horrible. Like, you don't need that. He's like, you can have coffee, but like, don't wake up like that. Like,
Yeah.
have coffee later on in the day. And then if you
What
have
was
coffee,
the name of the book?
I believe it was Own the Day, or
Aubrey Marcus.
Aubrey Marcus. Yeah,
Yeah.
Own the Day, Own Your
All
Life.
right,
or,
just looking at it. Yep.
is that it?
Yep. Own the day. Own the day, own your life.
Own Your Life. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it. I'm definitely. Oh, not sponsored.
Just like the cover and
Not
like,
sponsored
the
by
name of it.
Aubrey Marcus. Just disclaimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Just like the cover and like the name of it reminds me of Are you guys looking into Jocko Willink?
No, I don't
You
know.
know
Oh,
Jocko?
Jocko's
Dude,
Jocko's
he's
amazing.
His Instagram is the most inspirational Instagram
Really?
I've ever seen in my life. Like, so a big thing, like he got real popular. Like every single morning, like weekend doesn't matter. He posts a picture of his watch, 4:30 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
That's when he starts working out.
That's crazy.
He's at doing his workout. He starts, and every morning he takes a picture. It's like 4:15, 4:20, 4:30
Every day?
every day.
On Instagram?
Every day on his
Yeah.
Instagram, and people are like, "This guy just posts pictures of his watch." I'm like, "You're
Crap.
missing the point." This is Jocko Willink. Yeah, he's a I don't know what he was. If he was a Marine or he's in the
He was,
Army,
he was in the
Navy SEALs,
he's in the Marines. I'm pretty sure.
Marines.
Marine Corps?
Jocko. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely listening to this podcast for sure.
No. I made her listen to the podcast.
With him on it?
his
Yeah.
one of his speeches on YouTube once.
Yeah, he just did a. I actually just listened to it. But anyway, apart from him being super motivational,
Well, to anyone not listening right now to our live stream, our wives are like sitting behind us.
Yeah,
they're keying in every
hi
now and then.
wives.
So, hey guys, we love you.
Not my wife though.
Yeah,
I'm just.
but his girlfriend's live streaming.
So
So,
if you're
hey,
wondering
kudos.
Your girlfriend's on the live
who's
stream.
chiming in from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, but so it's super motivational. Like
Okay.
he just
Jocko.
posts videos
Jocko.
of himself talking every day, and like he's just like,
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
and he's like,
Peanut gallery. Okay. Go.
like just on everything. He's one of those like the just do it. He's one of
Yeah,
those type of
Shiloh.
people. But like if you want
do
motivation,
it.
spend 5 minutes on his Instagram. It is
Yeah.
insane. But actually, he had an awesome podcast. I've been meaning to tell you guys about. He just had on a World War II vet that served at Iwo Jima,
Oh wow.
Wow.
and the whole podcast is about this guy's story about like him growing up. He grew up in the Great Depression, no food, pretty much joined the Marines because he got 3 meals a day, and he's like, oh my word, like this is like,
Sweet,
he's
yeah.
like, I'm starving. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'll just join the Marines, and he goes, and the whole podcast is about his experiences on in the Pacific, like fighting through the Pacific, and then his experiences once he got to Iwo Jima, wounded, multiple times on Iwo Jima, like.
Wow.
Just an absolutely incredible story. Like, go check that out. I forget the name of that, but you can find it. Jocko Willink's podcast. I think that's literally the name of the podcast. I could Google it, but super cool. But anyway,
I like
he's
that
super
you just
original.
you searched Aubrey Marcus here for that book,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing on the sidebar
Doesn't that look like Ben Stiller?
a little bit, but
Well, it's Jesse Eisler.
Just below that is the Swoley Bible.
The Swoley Bible. We should probably open this up, huh? Internet.
That's the next book we have to read, all of us.
From the Muscle
The
God,
Bro
watch the
Science Way of
YouTube
Life.
channel, Bro Science.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. But yeah, anyway, so keep going. I'm sorry, keep going. I got a little sidetracked there.
No, that's
No, your boy Chris. So he's doing the
so,
the jujitsu.
so
he's
yeah,
sticking
so-
with the he's always keto, right?
Now not so much, but at that time he was, yeah. So he went full keto, and then he went from just like kind of like a regular guy starting to put on weight because like got like 3 kids, like a dog, a couple cats,
So
busy guy, and then he went keto.
yeah,
At the time he was playing hockey once or twice a week, and then just working like full days, right?
Yep.
And he lost weight doing the ketogenic diet, and anyone. The funny part was it's social perception. So anyone who knew him before went, oh, like you've lost so much weight, like you look like you're sick, like you're that thin,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
To anyone who was newly meeting him, they were like, oh, like you look thin, you look healthy, like good
Yeah.
for you. So it's just funny that social kind of perception of appearance
Right.
like on first look, right? Like you're like, oh, like wow, okay, cool, like you're this, you're that, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, like he's done it for 6 months, and now he's thin and whatever and healthier, and then he started.
this is when he starts working out to.
This is when he started
Cop-
working
yeah.
out. He started getting into Olympic powerlifting. He started getting into BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then like that's kind of. Then he started toning, which is cool. So he
Yeah.
lost the weight.
Yeah.
Then he started
Bulked.
toning.
Bulk? Did he bulk first?
Not like in your like
Not the
bodybuilder
traditional
kind of
bodybuilder.
bulk, like
Right.
dirty bulk, clean bulk.
Right.
but He
Right.
just started. I think he stuck to ketogenic. Maybe he added maybe some more protein to his diet as far as like meats.
All right, it sounds like we need to get this guy on here.
Oh, he's gonna for sure, 100%, yeah. He's my new boss, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So you work for this guy.
That's why I'm plugging him right now because if you listen to this, I want a raise.
I want to write
No, he's a good friend.
For anybody curious about that, it's Jocko Podcast number 127 with T. Fred Harvey. That's the one. That's the Iwo Jima one.
There you go.
127.
There's the link.
Yeah.
Link in the description notes of the podcast.
Very interesting. Very interesting
Vinny.
about how he was wounded on Iwo Jima, got
Yeah.
blown up by like 3 hand grenades and survived. Like it's a very, very interesting
Goodness.
story. Fully.
Jocko 127, you said?
Jocko 127.
Okay.
Goodness.
All right, I'll try to put a link in
Link in the
show
bio.
notes.
All right.
So yeah, ketogenic was pretty cool. I've personally never been able to do it fully. But
Neither have I fully.
Yeah.
But you're ketogenic, right?
You've done it
So
a bunch.
I've done strict keto in the past.
For like time periods, right? Like,
Yeah,
because it's
for-
hard.
yeah.
It's hard on your body to put yourself in that state of ketosis where you're burning.
How long does that take? Like a week?
It varies on person.
A lot of
Three
times,
to 7 days?
I want to say probably 3 to 7. Probably 3 to 7 days, and
I
you
would-
go through
4
a
days, 4 to 7.
sickness.
Yeah, you
in
get that
between.
keto flu they talk
Keto
about.
flu.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I would actually, you know what's funny about the keto flu thing is, before I knew, when I didn't really know anything about the ketogenic diet, I didn't know anything about the keto flu, and I didn't experience keto flu.
Oh,
But now that I do know about the keto flu,
you go through.
it's I feel like part of it. I mean, I'm no expert, but I feel like part of it could be kind of a placebo type effect.
Possibly.
Because now I experience it, but when I did it in the past, I didn't. See that.
Okay,
I want to say you would go through it if you were eating a horrible diet. Like,
Yeah.
that's
that's
my question.
Really clean, then
if you're already eating clean,
That's
it probably wouldn't go as hard on you.
This
But
is
then
my
again,
question about the whole thing.
Everybody's different, and everybody's different. So it's hard
This
to
is my
explain.
question about the whole keto thing, though.
Okay.
Not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but you can probably answer this in what you're saying. How do you deal with? From what I understand about keto, I've never done full keto. I eat keto every night for dinner during the week because there's members of my family that are keto that cook keto, and that's how I eat at home.
Which is just saying.
Which is fine. It's delicious.
It's just saying technically that you eat a high fat, like
Low
low
carb.
protein, like super low carb diet.
super low carb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. So, but how do you deal if you're full keto? How do you deal with going into a weekend and hanging out with friends when you want to have a drink? You want to have, you're out late for a couple drinks or whatever. You want a sloppy slice of pizza in the night. Does that throw you out of ketosis? How does this work? Does it get, the more you're into it, do you get does it not throw you out of ketosis? Like, how does this work? This is what I don't understand about it.
The
'Cause I
biggest
feel
thing
like
to me was self-control, because I mean, I have less now than I did in the past. I was very what is this?
Sorry. That's the
What
sign.
is that?
That's the
Okay.
sign into Periscope.
Oh,
Right
okay,
now, so
good.
I can try to do it.
Okay, cool.
While we're Sorry, guys.
talk first.
Okay, so
Where were we?
So we're into
Self-control.
self-control.
Keto.
Yeah. So
trying to stay in a ketogenic state.
this is where I was going was that typically now I like to call it keto-ish, and I've heard other people use.
Keto-ish?
Yeah. I've heard.
That's not. How is that a thing?
No. Hear me
hold
out.
on.
Hear me out. So other people like Brendan Schaub have used this term before, so I've kind of adopted it to just describe Brendan
This guy's
Schaub.
name dropping over here.
Brendan Schaub.
Brett Job,
Big fans. Big fans.
T-Fed K.
Fighter on the
T-Fed
kid.
K.
Fighter on the kid.
Fire the Kid, Brian Callen.
Brian Callen.
Keto-ish. So most of your meals being based around fat and proteins.
Yeah.
But you're not. So
You're not technically in that state.
You're
But
not,
doesn't
you're
that
not,
screw
you're
you
not
up
doing,
more if you're
No.
if you're still eating the carbs and then you're eating the fat and high
Well, no.
It's
I'm
not
not,
as-
I'm not eating the carbs though.
It's not
during the week? Do you
But-
take a break during the weekends? What is your
Therapeutic ketosis requires that you consume 60, like at a bare minimum, 60% of your caloric intake from fat sources.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, it's 70, 75, 80%. It's even higher.
Yeah.
So, and then you get like 5% from carbs, and then the remainder from protein. So you're eating moderate protein, very high fat, very low carbs.
Yeah.
So for me, it's more. When I would do it, it would be more in my. Like my more and not energetic, but when I was lifting a lot, I would do very high fat.
Yeah.
And I would consume enough protein for my actual workout. So 0.5 gram to 1 gram per pound of body weight is what I would go somewhere around there. So if you're 180 pounds, that's not 90 to 180 grams of protein per day. So it's a little bit high for a real ketogenic diet. It's too much.
Yeah.
But in that instance of me lifting, actually trying to gain muscle while still eating a keto-ish way, that's what I would be striving for. So I'd be shooting for like 100, 110, 120 grams of fat per day, and then getting my protein where I need it so I can actually gain muscle through my workouts. So my workouts are actually doing something.
And what are the results? What are you seeing from how, do you do this 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
I've been a lot less active now, but the first time that I did
at your best.
Well, yeah, if you were really properly doing it.
Give us a scenario at your best with training, with eating,
on
point.
Yeah.
Are you losing weight? Are you gaining muscle weight? Or what are you doing?
So the first time that I did this, I did strict for 2 months without stopping. Not one.
You didn't
day,
break on
nothing.
the weekend? You
No-
didn't have
no
alcohol
breaks.
at all?
Nothing.
No.
Well,
Clean.
So
Well,
okay.
well, hold on.
Different story. We'll come back to that. We'll
All
come
right.
back to the alcohol thing, but
We'll say for this preliminary
So-
time, no alcohol, nothing, just clean.
because you can have a little bit of alcohol on keto,
Right.
Yeah.
but you're not going to be drinking a whole bunch of beer. Maybe like one light beer tops. Like it's
Maybe.
based on
See, this is where
you have to calculate your macros.
This is where it's real.
This
it's
is
real
where
personal,
you drink
I
this.
think.
This is very this is varied on each person, but it's also like if you were to have say I have Mr. Keto on my shoulder here,
Yeah.
and he's like super Nazi strict, he'd be like, no, 9,
Well, let's
9
say-
on the alcohol, no, this is not good, no.
Let's say based on
It
your
will throw your blood sugar levels
It's
out of
awkward.
whack. And
It's
9.
awkward having an ethnic German here doing Nazi
Yeah.
impression.
let's say based on your and
Welcome in.
obviously,
Welcome. Helfa.
I'm obviously no expert, but in my experience, as long as you're based on your daily caloric intake that you calculate, your 5% is coming from carbs. So let's say your 5% is like 20 grams, 20 to 30 grams. You can have a beer. If it's not gonna kick you out. One beer is not gonna kick you out.
And I remember Chris, same guy I was talking about keto diet. He was saying the same thing. He was like, I've calculated, because I remember we went to his house on a barbecue, me and my wife, at the time we were dating, and I think he had a Guinness or two, maybe. And he's like, I've worked it into my calorie, or not my calorie, because it's a horrible way of measuring things. He goes, but I've worked it into my macros where, the Guinness is in there. So
Guinness is actually one of the
It's
one of
healthy.
the
It has
healthiest
tons of
beers
iron
to
in
have.
it, right? Like iron, and it's like low
Full
calorie,
of antioxidants.
lower alcohol.
It's lower
Yeah.
calorie content than even most light beers.
Yeah, no, Guinness
It's
is
one of the best ones you can have.
But just to give you, I mentioned Guinness just as
Yeah.
an example of what kind of a beer you would drink. You wouldn't go out and drink we'll say Miller High Life.
Oh, I love High Life stuff.
I mean,
But
Guy.
on a thing you couldn't the sugars in that beer and the hops in that beer would metabolize in your body so fast that I guess in theory you could probably calculate your macros to a certain point so that you could have that beer, but it wouldn't be worth it in the long run. Do you know what I mean?
let's be
you'd have to
honest.
cut a lot of things back.
you're not gonna
Just to have one
Yeah.
beer.
You're not gonna binge drink on keto.
No.
But if you think like a Miller Lite has like 3.1 carbs, I think.
Did you ever do the testing strips that you pee on, and it tells you
Actually-
how many
Ketogenic.
keto what is the
ketones.
ketones are in your body?
So
Is that literally what that is?
My wife is holding right now is not
Is
not
that a
test
pee
strip.
test thing? Because that was on your bar. Now I'm a little nervous. You've been peeing on
So
your bar.
this is the ketonics. This is the the breath one. It measures acetone on your breath, I believe, correct? Acetone on your breath, which is when you're in a state of ketosis, your body produces acetone and you exhale it.
Yeah, because it's like cycling out
Yeah. So like,
What?
so you breathe into that, and it actually, yeah.
That's
And
the next level.
So it's like a
there's
breathalyzer
also
for dieters.
the same. This is what commonly people.
Oh, you
who
guys
have
are serious.
diabetes
That's like a
have.
diabetic. Yeah.
Diabetes?
To check
So
your
you
blood
can-
sugar levels.
Yeah, so you can check your
Diabetes.
blood sugar.
Yeah.
And we also
Peanut
have,
gallery.
we have ketone. We actually
She
have
gets
the
it.
ketone test.
Diabetes. Sorry.
This model here actually.
What do you do with this?
So this is for people with diabetes. They
Yeah.
like prick their finger and.
Do
test.
you prick your finger?
I do not. She does.
You actually prick your finger?
I don't like needles.
Neither do I.
Sometimes I wait till he bleeds from a scab. And I test him.
She waits till I bleed from a scab and she tests it. Yeah.
I'm afraid of you.
Pop a pimple, and then I take it.
Oh my god, I watched you do that today. You were like, give me that. In your little French accent.
So this model specifically, you can test blood sugars, but we also have the ketone test strips. So like it tests blood ketones
Yeah.
specific.
So, and
you
what?
you test
And to
water
your,
fast.
to your average person who has no idea what like the state of ketosis is right now, basically the most basic way I can explain it is
Explain that.
when you're eating on a ketogenic diet, you force your body into a state of ketosis, which is you're not. How do I explain?
So your
not,
brain is running on.
You're
on
not burning
blood
carbohydrates
glucose.
for energy, you're burning fat for energy.
exactly.
That's
You're,
essentially what
you're
it is.
burning what you have in your body already for.
Yeah.
So
So
you're-
you're not running on
your
the
body
sugars in
fat,
your blood.
You're
running on
switching your
ketones.
body completely over from burning carbohydrates, which it's probably done its entire life.
Exactly, because our entire society is based
Western
on
society,
carbohydrate.
yeah.
Western society, yeah.
I mean,
Just
they're
sugar.
delicious.
Sugar and
We're not
delicious
dissing bread
goodness.
here by any means.
No,
by the
no,
way.
no.
Like carbs are great.
We love
They're
it.
delicious, but you
it's-
gotta. There's a sacrifices that need to be made if you
Oh,
want to.
It's killing us, but we love
Yeah,
it.
like you do this most of your life.
Like I love donuts probably more than I love anything. But
Wow,
like,
his wife is literally sitting right there. This is super
I am
awkward.
talking about food only. Clearly, my wife is staring at me right now. Obviously, I'm talking about food only.
I mean, this guy literally has a "I love pizza" written on his wedding ring or whatever.
Exactly.
That pizza though.
Exactly. So like carbs are not the enemy, but they are.
Carbs are the enemy.
Carbs are the enemy. Huh?
It's the enemy.
It's the enemy. Huh?
Okay, you have
We have a question.
something to add?
Okay. Yeah.
I have the answer to your question.
Which one?
Which
About
question?
If you go a weekend without.
You didn't give her a
You want?
mic.
You want? Okay, we're gonna pass the mic to Kate.
All right,
right
this
now.
is Kate, Vinny's wife here.
Kate Powell.
But when you ask if like you go a weekend with like
Yeah.
with your friends, so basically if you're in the state of ketosis, which the term is like fat adapted,
Yeah.
that means that your body runs on your fat.
Yeah. Right.
So it can take like up to a month for you to be officially fat adapted.
And then
Even-
once you're in it, how quick can you switch back if you?
If
Go off
you
the-
cheat on Friday, within 3 days you can be back in the state. But if your body is used to it. But if you don't,
So essentially, the second you eat carbohydrates, you're out of
You're
ketosis.
out. It'll knock you out.
if you go over 50
Any-
grams, for sure.
50
Which is
gram-
which
okay.
is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, take
But-
a Timbit or two.
But honestly, like on a normal ketogenic diet, you try to stay below 20
Yeah.
grams.
Yeah.
So if you added 30 grams, that might seem a lot.
That's my
which is not.
reservation with going full ketogenic. Is that like I know like how I recently lost like 30 pounds like last year, and the way I did it was just by eating a balanced diet, eating complex carbohydrates, eating and working out 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Like who knew that you
Oh,
could just eat
who knew?
clean and go to the
Oh,
gym
what-
and you lose weight? Like wow.
Nils, what do you mean?
But-
What do you mean? You're talking about
My but the reason
eating healthy
the
and
way,
working out a little bit? That's crazy.
That's
What?
crazy.
Western
But the way
medicine, what?
Western medicine. But the way that I stuck with that for as long as I did, for 6-7 months plus, is by doing what I wanted on the weekends.
Yeah.
That's my reservation, because otherwise I get like fed up. I'm like, listen, I can't take it anymore. I need to have a beer. I need to do this with my buddies. I still do not drink during the week. I only have I'll have a couple drinks alcohol on the weekend, but that was a huge one because I used to drink. You come home from work and you have like a beer or two or a glass of wine with dinner or whatever.
Cocktail
I don't do that
mixer.
at all anymore. But that's pretty much how I did it. I just wouldn't drink during the week, and I would eat clean during the week, and I'd work out 5 days a week. I would go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, like early Saturday morning, really early Saturday morning. And that was my 5 days a week, and I just did that for like 6 months, and who knew, you lose weight. But my reservation with going full keto is I don't think it's sustainable for me.
Yeah.
That's my argument. It's like, I don't know.
And
Like, I'm going to go on the weekend with the boys.
That's a personal observation on yourself. Right?
Yeah. Like, I know I'm going to.
It's not sustainable.
Because not all of my friends are in ketosis.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not going to be like, yeah, let's make sure we accommodate this one jerk who's dieting on the weekend.
Yeah.
I like to
That's your life.
I like to clear up what I meant about keto-ish before. The big thing to me is like everybody's different. So like,
Absolutely.
Think about like you on the first podcast we talked about your possible allergen to almonds or
possible. We just witnessed
like,
it.
Witnessed
This guy
it.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Almond allergy.
First time I've had rum in probably. Oh man.
No,
I want to say almost 6 months.
You look totally normal now, but
See how
like during the
see how,
podcast,
like,
you were
the
like
inflammation. That's my body.
during
going,
that first podcast. This
Yeah.
guy had an allergic reaction.
Yeah, the inflammation in my body was like, "Hey, that's no good, guys. You're gonna go super
Please
red
stop.
now." Like,
Please
blood
stop.
cell level count went up.
So in that, some people have certain allergies. Obviously, certain foods are going to fuel you in a
You can
different
just
way
walk
than
through,
someone
Kate.
else.
Kate, you can just walk through.
What are you doing?
They're trying to make drinks.
You can't go that way. Just walk through.
Just walk through.
Just walk
it's
through.
way less distracting
Nobody
than what you're
cares.
doing right now.
This is way more.
Kate's trying to make a
distracting.
drink,
Just
so
walk.
you
Yeah,
just-
this is the problem with our wives.
yeah.
Go pee.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
This is the problem with it was bathrooms right here. Live stream, by the way, if you're curious.
Yeah.
So
So anyway,
So
that's my
di-
reservation.
Different foods affect people differently.
Yeah.
So of course, keto's
No, one in the thing.
a fat-based diet is not going to work
Grab
for
me one of
every
those.
person. Some people need
Wait, you want the paps?
The carbs.
the carbs.
Yeah.
Some people need it.
Yeah.
Bring them over.
I'll take one of those. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I find that me personally, I run the best. Like I feel the best.
Yeah.
When most of my diet is fat and protein.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the protein. I need
This is where,
that level of fat and protein.
Asahi super dry.
as we crack a beer,
As we crack a beer, I need that level of fat and protein.
Ketogenic.
this is not a ketogenic beer. No such thing.
Asahi, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not
But we are open to negotiations.
No, it's a good segue in between.
So that's what I mean.
I just don't think I can
keto-ish.
stick with it. I just honestly don't think I can stick with it.
So obviously, I mean, look at my breakfast this morning. I had a bagel. So like, but generally speaking, most meals that I have throughout the day, I mean, and I fast here and there too, but most meals I have throughout the day are based around meats and fats and vegetables.
And I feel like
And that gives me the most flexibility and makes me feel the best as I'm just living my daily
okay. So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
What do you do for lunch? You work. Well, okay. Never mind. That doesn't really make sense because you work nights.
Correct.
So for me, this is my other reservation to going full keto.
We should specify that I work construction. Nils works office job,
I work office. I'm an engineer. Yeah.
engineer, and
I'm a glorified janitor.
Vinny's a glorified janitor,
Vinny's
but
a
who
useless
works
piece of
nights
trash.
and
I work nights. Yeah.
also has
Mostly nights.
Also has a crazy schedule where sometimes he'll do some day job working, whether it's painting and or
I do a lot
cleaning.
of windows.
Window cleaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Odd job stuff.
I'm terrified because I just got a new job where I'm not working hard labor construction
You're
anymore.
More office
Now
oriented.
I'm about to be fully office. Yeah.
So you're gonna
going
have
on
to do
site,
something. No,
but
you're honestly, and it's good you're thinking about it now.
It's gonna change my.
No, it's
whole
really good you're
diet.
thinking about it now
Yeah.
because you have to think about that.
Yeah.
Because
Like
you don't want to wake up in a few months and realize, holy crap, I gained 10 pounds.
Oh,
just
it's gonna
sitting
be
there.
huge. It's
Yeah.
gonna be huge for me. Mind you, a lot of even back like for the past 3 or 4 years, my entire day has been like a lot of it's been driving.
Right.
Whether it's been commuting into work,
That's true,
out of
yeah,
work,
with the
around
van.
job sites to
You
different
get crazy van.
My crazy van, which I don't have anymore. So yeah, I mean, not being on tools and doing that kind of stuff, that's going to be a pretty big change physically for me, which is going to
Yeah.
change my diet approach
Sure.
and training approach.
Right.
But I'm excited about it. But same thing. So
But
that's what we come back full circle to everybody and their lives are different. Their body type's different. Their daily activities are different.
Exactly, and this
their
is
diets
what
are different.
I'm trying to figure out. And I totally agree with you. I'm trying to figure out if I can really commit to going full ketosis and know that I'm not going to do it. So my question is, what about lunches for me? Like, think about me. Put yourself in my shoes, right? I work an office job. I'm commuting into Boston. Lunches, all my get lunches there in Boston options are carbs, essentially.
Well, what you
Well,
said
I
earlier.
grew up in New York and worked in New York City for 3 years.
Yeah.
4 years. So, I mean, everything's Italian food. Everything's bagels, butter rolls. It's like it's the same thing as what
Pizza.
you're. Yeah, everything's pizza.
Pizza.
Italian food,
Pizza.
pasta, pizza.
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 It's all
Is that
pizza.
Little Caesars?
Pizza. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
hot and fresh. The Domino's family.
Domino's family. Yeah. So like I totally get where you're coming from. Just like.
But even then,
Yeah.
if you were to try that ketogenic diet, what you were telling us in the first podcast, you mentioned that salad.
Sure, but is the other things I get with it? I get the kale salad.
Yep.
This is my lunch per the episode 2. If people are just tuning in, my average lunch at my office right now is I get a kale Caesar salad. That it's a small portion. It's all in one bowl, just for
Continuity.
continuity. I guess is the word.
You're trying.
So there's a little bit of kale Caesar. I do sweet potatoes. Could you even have sweet potatoes on keto?
You could. Now that would be one of your carbs.
Okay, so you'd have to.
Right? I'll let Vinny.
You'd have to do your macros.
Yeah,
for
you
it.
have to.
Yeah,
weigh it
I
out.
mean, so everything's macros,
Right,
everything's
and that's how
calculating
I
your
lost
macros.
weight. Was calculating my own macros.
but
Just I didn't do
The
ketosis.
issue-
I just calculated.
that's not fun. Calculating your macros for everything
No.
that you put in your body.
No,
It's not fun.
But that's also how I lost. I lost like 35
Yeah,
pounds.
it works. No, it works.
And I did it by I have a kitchen scale in my kitchen, and I would weigh everything, and I just put it into. I use an app called LifeSum.
Okay.
LAFESUM, LifeSum.
Not sponsored.
Again, not sponsored.
But we're open to
Negotiations.
Send us emails.
kegsproductions@gmail.com.
No, but that's what I use. That's what I use. And I was religious about calculating my macros and weighing my food. And I was also much better at preparing my own lunches during the work week, which was easy, which was nice because then I could
Takes
just weigh
the-
everything out.
And it takes the pain.
Yeah,
out of
and then I could just
stuff.
eat lunch and not think about it. But that being said, there are days that I cannot do that. I travel for work sometimes. I'm on construction sites.
You're
I'm
on
doing
site.
other things.
Yep.
It's like, am I gonna totally throw off my ketosis if I go
Yeah.
to one place
Yeah. And this is where
during the week? I don't know.
This is where I'm about to get into that field. And Chris, like I was telling you, who was in ketosis, full state, lost all this weight. He's my new boss, and he was saying the exact same thing. He goes, you know what? He goes, it's been hard, man. He goes, it's been hard. He goes, our his boss is like, sometimes she buys lunch for the office and blah blah blah, and there's always food and coffee, and it's like, it's been hard to stay strict. Like, I can't. I've been putting on some weight. Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's so hard. Like,
For people of my personality type, like I'm an all or nothing person, so I get like
Very true.
Okay.
Kate has another
Very true?
comment.
Okay.
Very true, she said.
Do you want to chime in? Okay. Never mind. I'm all or nothing, so doing a diet that's not keto is tough for me because if I'm not cutting out all carbs, then I'm gonna want carbs.
yeah.
Like so. If
Absolutely.
if I'm not cutting out like all types of grain, then I'm gonna want all types of grain. It's like you can have whole wheat bread, or no, you can have like brown rice and stuff. But I'm gonna want white rice now. I'm gonna want fried rice.
So-
now I want white bread. Now I want a sandwich. Now I want a whole wedge. Now I want a 3-foot wedge. And it's just like it just escalates
Wedges.
for me, and I have no self control.
What's a wedge?
I'm kidding. That's right.
Like a sandwich wedge, like a triangle.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? No, we're talking about sub.
What's a wedge?
None of you are from New York. That's
No.
No.
Like a pizza?
I'm not
No,
from New
no, a
York.
wedge
I don't
is-
know.
I don't know.
I don't
what do
know.
you call like a?
Hey Nils, help me out here.
like
I don't know
like
what
a
he's talking
sub?
about. Help me out here.
Hey,
A bippity boppity boopity. I don't know what he's talking about.
What do you call it? Like a
A
sub?
sub.
Or a hero?
Oh,
I call
like
it
a
a
hoagie.
sub.
Like a hoagie.
Okay,
A
you
sub.
Is that what you're talking about?
So you
Su-
call,
Subway.
So in Toronto,
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the GTA, you call them hoagies.
No. That's a very
You call them subs.
U.S. term.
What's GTA? Greater Toronto area?
Yeah.
Nailed it?
I'm so smart.
What do you call sandwiches?
He's
like that?
freaking Google.
sub.
This guy.
A sub? Okay. So a lot of New York is wedges or heroes, depending on where.
See,
what
I
part of New York.
assumed it was
So
but
it's like a big, usually like a foot long.
but there used to be. Just side note, there used to be an eclair that was a triangle.
Okay.
Picture an eclair, but a triangle kind of thing.
Sounds
And
decadent.
it was phenomenal.
It was a phenom.
Oh yeah, just thinking about it, bust. Makes me bust.
Great. Now we have to be now I have to put the explicit tag.
No, bust with happiness.
Okay.
Right? So no, it was a giant eclair in a triangle pastry. That's all it was. Picture an eclair, triangle. And
I pictured it a long time ago.
They call that
Nils like, I was there, I ate it,
I was there.
They call that a wedge?
enjoyed it.
They
They called it a wedge. It was called a wedge, yeah.
Why do you call a
Oh, you know what? You know what else
I
we
don't
call
sandwich
wedges?
a wedge?
I-
It's
that's-
not a wedge.
That's how I grew up. Is just
It looks like a sub.
You're like, let me get a meatball parm wedge.
What?
Wow.
I've never heard this.
Italian combo on a wedge.
Let me ask you this: have you ever had a chopped cheese? Harlem.
I don't know what that is.
Let's.
Okay, that's very famous in New York City.
It's
Very famous. Harlem. Chopped cheese.
I don't
You go to
spend-
your bodegas, you get a
don't-
chopped cheese.
I don't spend that much time.
Do you want to chime in on wedge?
I never went to Harlem.
So what? Yeah, what Tanina wants to. What my wife wants to know.
Full 12-inch or is it like a 6-inch?
A wedge is like it's usually like about a foot long.
Okay, so what's
Give or
half a
take.
wedge? Did you say half a wedge?
Yeah, half a wedge.
So-
It's all just like the whole it's
Doesn't look like a
a
triangle.
No,
wedge.
it
is
doesn't look
is
like a triangle.
long.
No.
It's like a baguette kind of
Oh, okay.
for people who speak French. It's like kind of like a baguette, but like thicker and a little more hearty,
The only
Like a sub.
and a little. It's softer on the inside, like a sub.
the only
It's a sub, but it's a wedge.
What do you guys call it?
Long Island, I think
sub.
they call them heroes. Like
submarine,
lower
a
New York.
submarine.
Sub or 12-inch or a foot
So
long?
you call it like
Yeah.
a normal human too.
So
Sub.
the only thing we have in
I
Canada.
don't want to hear it, Beantown guy.
Beans. Boston, we get
Bring in
beans.
Boston
I
over
love
here.
beans.
No, the only thing I can say that we have in Canada that's called a wedge is literally potatoes that are thick
Well,
cut
yeah, potato wedges. Yeah,
Roast
yeah.
potato. That's the only thing I can think
Yeah.
of.
You're a thick cut wedge.
I'd wedge you in some ketchup. I did read, and this is again, I'm not lying, although sometimes I do about books. Well, I did read. It was a book about the startup of Subway,
Okay.
and they went from everything. They were called hoagies back in the day.
Yeah, certain areas still call them hoagies. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I said hoagies, and you're like, do you call them hoagies? I'm like, no. I just read a book,
Okay.
kind of once.
Yeah.
I just Googled it.
Wedge?
Yeah. Sandwich was a wedge in New York.
Yeah.
Where I grew up.
We're fact checking. We
Wedge.
have
Fact
peanut
checking,
gallery
Vinny.
fact checkers.
A lot
Yeah.
of people, they're like, I'm from New York, and a wedge is like a sandwich.
So a wedge
Okay.
apparently is
So
like a
it's
sandwich.
it's more of
Give
a
her the mic if she's talking.
What?
okay.
You
Give
want-
give us the
you want me to
definition.
just plug
Give
in
her
the
the mic.
fourth mic?
No.
Yeah, you absolutely should. She can click it on and off when she wants to
You
talk.
want to? I'm
Do you-
just gonna
Not when you want to
keep
talk.
talking. Keep talking.
Okay.
When we allow you to talk. When I raise my hand, because you just keep texting me things.
Do we have two more mics? Do they both want mics? We can just.
There's only 4.
Oh, okay. You guys just pass one.
All right, we're setting up a fourth mic right now for the peanut gallery here. The
Which
wives.
one?
You're worried about getting a sit-down job or an office job?
Oh yeah.
Your wife already meal preps for you to begin with right now.
This is true.
Wow,
Yeah.
So don't.
She's like.
this is awkward.
She's a keeper. You can meal prep all you want, but if the boss is bringing in lunches, and
That's true.
I'm sitting there going, oh no, I have my wife's lunch, thank you.
Yeah, they're gonna hate you
And
for
my-
sure. No,
my-
that's office
yeah.
politics. That's a real thing.
Oh yeah. My Albanian boss goes, "That is not good. No."
Quick side note: when that would happen to me, I would like if someone ordered like a pizza or something.
Yeah.
Stop taking pictures of me.
I'm not taking pictures of you.
Okay. So if somebody ordered
I have so
like,
many
a pizza
text
for the group,
messages.
I would eat it, but I would peel all the cheese and topping off, like all the meat and cheese off the top, and I would eat that.
Oh, just bread. Awesome.
Sounds
I would just get
healthy.
rid of the bread. I would
You-
eat the bread.
Oh, you just eat the cheese and the.
Just
That
just the
doesn't
cheese
help
and
me at all.
That's keto.
I would eat like 4 slices, but not the bread parts. That's all I'm saying.
Just the pepperoni.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like that doesn't help my situation.
Same thing with sandwiches. Just eat the insides.
wedges? What's that?
Wedges.
I feel like
Sandwiches.
it,
Any sandwiches in general, eat the meat, cheese, condiments, lettuce.
I feel like
tomato,
this
whatever.
doesn't apply to an office job because if
Yeah,
someone
I'm
brought
gonna
in,
come back with a sandwich and just strip the whole thing out of it like a savage.
Exactly.
And just eat the meat out of the
Why
sandwich.
is this weird to you? I did this every day for like a while.
It's
And you were
different.
definitely the weird guy at work.
I don't even care.
but that's different. That's
I
different.
lost weight in 2
I've
months. I lost 45 pounds.
I've done weird stuff on construction sites. Believe me.
This is
but,
awkward.
But food wise, but having having food brought to you and then you just wrecking it, just like picking it apart and putting it aside for health reasons.
Yeah.
And then people looking at it and going, from a uneducated nutritional background, going, "Oh, cool! You're just eating the cheese sauce and pepperoni of a pizza. I'm sure you're healthy, friend." And eating that, socially awkward.
Yeah.
Not to mention hard to explain
I-
nutritionally.
I honestly don't think I could physically
I don't even
eat just the cheese and the pepperoni off the top of a pizza.
Why
I feel like
though?
I would gag.
I
Why though?
don't even
I literally feel like I would gag.
I don't even explain my
Dude,
own.
it's not the 70s anymore. You can eat keto now.
But I don't even explain. I don't even explain my own diet to people because I'm like I don't want to get in an argument.
You can just say you have celiac. That's literally been my life.
It's
the
true.
entire life.
It's true.
Just say you have celiac.
Wait, do you just say you have celiac?
I do have celiac.
You actually
He
have
actually
celiac.
does, though.
Clinically.
Alright, I just want to make sure you weren't just like bluffing me out all night.
My mom has celiac.
Oh, she just dropped the secret. She's like, "Oh no, I
She's like,
have
"Oh,
celiac."
That, I just say that. Yeah.
It's true. They
So
still
you-
socially judge you, even though I have celiac. Is that okay? That's why you just eat cheese. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, sure.
Is that an old wooden ship?
Yeah, but
Oh, you have celiac. Okay, we'll just kill you.
so keto's
Is that
becoming
type
a
of barnacle
lot
that
more
grows on the bottom
popular
of a
thing now.
ship?
What's right?
Keto's becoming a lot more popular thing now. Like
Absolutely.
people actually know about it.
Absolutely.
When I first started it, nobody knew, and I was telling people things that they didn't know yet. And I didn't even call it keto. I just said low carb.
But we both agree. We both agree that it's annoying having to explain your
it's
diet
annoying,
or
but
nutritional lifestyle.
What's more annoying, like eating like crap, or having to talk to your coworkers for 2 minutes?
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I mean, it would force me to eat my lunch in a car by myself. I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, just let me.
Yeah,
eat
you
my
don't want
thing.
to talk about
No.
it, so like eat by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I don't know. That's what I always did. Like I would just leave the area, and sometimes I would just like
I would just rip a pizza apart.
if I was working like near my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just go home real quick.
Oh yeah.
Make up like some crazy omelet and then go back to work.
Can
There you go.
we pause right here for 1 second?
Yeah.
We need to restart the live stream
Okay.
because there's only like a minute left for the live stream, and there are a few people watching.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Believe it or not, there's a couple people watching.
Is
Hey,
there
here's
like
to you guys.
is there a
Cheers.
time limit on it?
Hey mom.
Okay.
Aww.
So we actually do need to restart the live stream. If we could just pause for 1 second.
It's okay because this recording he can edit, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very good.
I don't know.
Have you tried a velvet tape thing? Because everyone is complaining about it. You've gotten text messages.
No, there's no tape anymore.
No, like without this thing.
Without the
Yeah.
lens,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to see anything.
What do you mean?
You're not gonna be able to see.
You won't see everybody with it because of
Well, then
wireless.
why don't you move the table out a little bit and you sit beside Nils, like on that end, like the far.
This is a big project for a mid podcast, though.
The problem is the mics being so close together. Trust me, we've done.
And move the mic to the corner and then
Maybe not corner here.
so like do it like this.
They're condenser mics, so they pick up every single thing around.
If you guys move the the table and you sit here and you move your mic right here.
Oh, you
At
move
least
it out a bit.
at least you guys will be like
that would kinda
somewhat
work.
selected. If he moves here, if Colton moves here, Colton's gonna go like right here.
Smart.
And we'll see this guy stay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. He doesn't need that.
Hope no one has to use the bathroom.
Like, can you see him if he's here, or does he need to be like right beside Nels?
I'll sit there and keep Colt where he is. I'll just go at the end.
Really?
Keep Colton here.
Oh, because he has the mic. He has like a.
Okay.
I'm starting.
Can I get rid of this? Because this looks really bad. Okay, and we're just gonna get rid of these dirty glasses. Are you done with your task? Would you like-
I'll finish it, yeah.
We'll just move this
Thank you.
here.
A little tiny bit more. Yeah, there we go.
Just a quick reset, guys. Don't worry. We'll be back in a moment. This is like a commercial break where we read ads that we don't have. Oh, that's my pen. Oh, sorry. All right.
Absolutely ridiculous how much that. How much.
Yeah.
The swelling's gone down.
So I can see.
Oh, yeah, you look. Yeah, you
Sit
look
here?
much better.
I think we should be good right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about those? Babe, open the light just.
Can you edit this out and post?
I'm not going to because we're not that type of podcast.
We're rough around the edges.
Kegs and eggs.
No. We have to like tell them that you fixed the screen. Everyone was complaining about it. Why is it so blurry? Why is it so blurry? Okay, can you just
The problem was
fix it?
that case. We have 7s and it's a 6 case.
Oh, that's not.
That's why. Yeah.
Problem one is you didn't.
I'm gonna put this behind you.
Okay.
Put this over your head.
You need to just sit a little closer.
That's good.
That's perfect.
Is that better?
Okay.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
Make sure that like you're not leaving out too much.
Okay.
And Nils,
Yo.
more in.
Am I gone?
No, like just don't lean too much this way, because then you're cut off. But you're good.
I'm good.
Are you guys live?
We're live.
There you go.
We good? Sweet.
Is there anything
Oh,
on right now?
did you get that
Yeah,
Periscope
just
thing or
one
no?
person joined.
Okay.
It's probably
Did you
Stacy.
get that Periscope thing or no?
Oh, it's so good.
Who is it? Can you see who it is?
I'm only running the one.
Where's my phone? I gave it to you. You had it.
I did not have.
All right, guys, we're firing back up here on Kegs and Eggs. Sorry about that. We had a little, little project reset. I don't know what we just did.
Music interlude.
Little musical
This is only
interlude.
our second episode of recording now. So this is kind of it's a trial run.
That's right.
We're testing some things out.
That's right.
Yeah.
A little trial run.
I was like, we could fade out and just cut it and make another episode.
No, just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Let's
Just
make more
A
episodes.
second episode. Or a third episode on top
What do
of
we
it.
have for time wise? Can you see it?
On the recording?
The top.
Yeah,
bar
what are we
is
at
going
right now?
sideways.
What does it say?
51.
51. All right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we could if you want to
We can wrap it up soon.
wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up soon.
This has all just been about ketogenic, really.
So to
Keto heavy.
to
Didn't
go.
even touch on paleo. Oh boy.
Well, no, that's another podcast.
Totally not
But
a podcast.
to summarize,
Paleo.
what do you? Could I do it and stick to it if I'm gonna go out on the weekends? I just don't think it's for me. I don't think it's feasible.
I'm gonna give you the half.
Kate wants to chime in. Did you have a mic?
Is
Kate-
it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I texted you my answer. It depends. If you want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months, then you continue. But if you want to lose 30 pounds in 1 month, then do
Yeah,
street
but is
keto
that
for-
30 pounds in 1 month all water weight?
No.
No.
Because you just cut out carbs and you just lose it all in water
No,
weight?
You retain what 5 to 7 pounds of water weight, and you will lose it immediately, and then you start to lose actual body fat. Because when you're in ketosis, a state of ketosis, you're only using what you have on reserve as your body fat, your proteins, everything in you.
Sure.
You're burning. Every
But
time.
am I going to mess it
Anything.
up by going out on the weekends?
100%.
No, but
you will be out. You will knock yourself
And how
out
long
of
does it
that
take
state.
me? How long does it take me to get back?
3 days.
It depends on.
2 or 3
It
days.
depends, more or less.
3 days.
But it
So
depends.
it's a waste. So I go on the weekend and I'm only in
depends.
ketosis 2 days out of my entire week.
Exactly, because it depends on how long it takes for your own body to get back into ketosis.
Let's
It
say
changes
it's
for
3
everyone.
days.
Let's give it a quick.
But real quick, it's important to consider your macros themselves specifically.
Well, that's
So-
what I do anyway.
So whiskey, vodka, tequila.
Yeah.
How many carbs do they have themselves? I know. Like alcohol is processed by your body, sugar. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But
Carbs.
how many carbs does the actual liquid itself have when you consume it? 0.
Sure.
The only ones that do possibly is like rum, spice rum,
No,
things like that, like liqueurs.
it's different because of sugar, though.
What's different? because
Anything
there's
that's
no
anything
sugar.
that's
Alcohol-
anything that has sugar in it.
Alcohol turns the sugar in your body.
It
Yeah.
That's what I said. So like,
So when you have it-
turns to sugar in your body, but there's no sugar in it
Other
to begin with.
other than tequila,
Right. So
because tequila is straight from a plant.
yeah, but there's no sugar in it.
Bro, but in the distillery process of tequila, it is the lowest form of alcohol that you can hits your bloodstream
That I didn't know.
the quickest. I learned that from a paleo podcast.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyways,
Shout out to Rob Wolf's paleo podcast.
Rob Wolf.
All
Not
about paleo.
sponsored.
not a sponsor.
Not sponsored. But insightful. But no,
Alright.
other than that,
Anyways, so when I was on strict keto, I wanted to go out and have a drink.
Yeah.
I would drink straight whiskey, vodka sodas, because it doesn't
Okay.
affect the carbs.
I want to say you're playing it safe that way, but you are still at risk of knocking yourself out of ketosis.
Yeah,
You 100%
On a
will.
strict.
temporarily, but
But this is
the
this is
key
why I
is
don't think
the-
it's worth it to me.
no, but listen, because the key is when you consume when you consume alcohol, your body switches to that as your fuel source first and foremost. Alcohol becomes your fuel source.
Yeah. Well, it just becomes
For me
it
personally,
becomes
yes.
sugar,
So
which your body goes, well, we've got a lot of this to like.
but it doesn't make you stop processing fat. It just
No, absolutely.
It just slows down your progress.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's
yeah.
going to process your alcohol before it processes your fat again.
Mhm.
But it's not
Right.
alone.
Right.
Having maybe two drinks.
That's true. I have
isn't
heard
gonna
that.
make you
Yeah.
like suddenly stop and go straight back to carbs.
Which
it's not like you just drank a whole soda or something like that. It's totally
Does
different.
anybody know a doctor? Can we get like a doctor on here?
I'm not an expert, but I've done.
Yeah,
a
can we?
lot
Oh,
of
first of
research
all,
and I'm
we should
not-
probably caveat this. None of us are experts on anything.
Oh no, we are.
We
yeah.
have no PhDs in anything.
I've listened to
This is
Dom
pers-
D'Agostino talk about this at least.
Oh yeah,
twice.
me
This
too.
is at least twice.
2 times probably.
No, this is at least
I
it's
just want to.
He's a good
I'd like to point
Agostino
out
there.
Dom D'Agostino on
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's podcast.
On Joe Rogan,
He's been on
yeah.
there a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
he definitely
that's
has,
where I mean, it's a little bit slow because he's very clinical in the way he describes things.
Yeah.
But and his thing is a little bit more in treating diabetes and more specifically epilepsy.
Sure.
right. Well, that's a whole nother. Yeah.
Sure.
I
I'm
mean,
not going to talk about that myself.
epilepsy is a whole nother. So, I mean, if I can break it down in a quick 3 seconds, literally, it's if Nils wanted to go on keto diet to strictly lose body weight, that's it. Not put on muscle,
Sure.
not do anything crazy, but stay on a strict keto diet, go to the gym, still try to stay as healthy as possible.
Fine.
He could do it.
I couldn't do
there would be
what I
a-
wanted on the weekends. So.
there would be,
minimize alcohol intake is what you're saying.
of course, there'd be an intro process to it. Afterwards, once your body's in that state of ketosis, that's when you start using your own body fat
Sure.
for stuff, right? Then you do your thing, and then it's how serious you are about keeping strict to your diet. If you can do that for a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks, then you'll notice physical changes. All your levels will drop. Everything will drop.
Sure.
Now that's like nothing, like no alcohol, nothing on weekends.
Yeah, fine.
Whatever.
Fine.
Now,
So the answer is switch to keto, but don't do what you want to do on
Yeah.
weekends.
now I
That's
would.
the answer. And I just don't think that's sustainable for me personally. I think I'd go crazy.
That's fine. Yeah. If you personally would want to switch it out and do it a little more flexible, which
Because
is
I
that's coming from like a hardcore like ketogenic, like no, this is keto, don't stay out. Like it's bad for your body if you jump in and out, which it is. It's stress on your body.
Sure.
But it's also more of a flexible lifestyle, which is what
Sure.
Vinny kind of implements.
But I can't see myself doing ketogenic diet, then going out on the weekend, having drinks, and then spending 3 of my weekdays where I'm dieting,
Yeah.
not seeing any results, and only 2 of my days during the week.
It's stressful on your body.
I
It is.
just
That's why
I just don't think
people-
it's sustainable
But
for me.
but think about
That being said, like I said, I think in the first podcast, I eat keto every night for dinner. Like
Yeah.
during the week,
Yeah, yeah.
every single night.
you eat a
That's what I eat.
keto-based meal.
me
Yes.
personally,
Which
I
is
think about
keto-based meal.
less
Yeah.
about the end game, more about how it makes me feel right now, and that's why I talk about keto-ish being.
Yeah.
That's how I like to live my life, is because that eating that way makes me feel good right now. Not it's gonna do good for me in a few months.
That's why I refer to
Sure.
myself, same thing, exactly the same thing. That's why I refer to myself as eating on a paleo-based diet. I don't say I'm paleo.
Right.
Because one, I don't want to get into fights with people about it.
Kate's raising her hand again.
Kate, chime in.
Hi.
Hey, Kate.
Hi.
Hi.
Nils, this is for you.
Hey, Kate.
So when you, like, usually what you do, you can't say you're doing keto.
No, I'm not doing keto. I'm
But-
eating keto-based meal every
So
night.
like when you said like the 3 days that you're waiting for your body to go back,
To switch back, yeah.
those 3 days is like 3 days that you're currently doing, which you're still gonna see results, but you're not gonna see keto results.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
not
is
like
it, do you think
threw
it's worth
away-
it or not? If I'm doing what I want on the weekends.
weekends.
Let's
is
say
that-
I'm doing
is that like
Saturday,
Friday to Saturday, Sunday. Like
Let's say
3
Saturday, Sunday. And I'm not going crazy. I'm
Yeah.
still making healthier decisions, but I am gonna have alcohol.
Yeah, let's say
Yeah.
you're avoiding
I am gonna have.
binge drinking.
I am gonna eat whatever I am with the group I'm with, because I already don't go out and have a social life during the week, just so that I can eat healthier at night and I don't have any alcohol during the week.
I think
at all.
you have to minimize your drinks. That's it. So if you have minimum, I want to say 4 drinks, you could
During
probably
the week, like 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday type thing.
yeah, you could probably be fine. You probably
I
be
think
absolutely
it's-
fine. Tina, you want to chime
Okay,
in?
but let's be realistic. If you're on a diet and you
I don't see it on there.
There it is. Speak a little louder. Though.
if you're on a diet and you like 5 days out of the week you're on it, and then
Yeah.
the weekends you're like eating whatever you want, you're like literally mentally you have to like block that. Like you're not gonna get fat, you're fine, like it's not messing anything up.
Yeah.
Because for some people, like for me, I can't. Like I just, if I'm on it, I have to be on it, and I can't cheat, or else like I'm gonna be like, I can't have this. It's not good for me. So
Okay.
it's not. It's not easy.
Sure.
Like it's stressful.
Yeah.
So I would rather not cheat. Right. So
Right.
You have
But
to be
I know for
comfortable
me,
with that.
for me to actually stick with a diet, I need to know that I need to have short-term goals. So it's like, okay, I know that if I stick with it for 5 days, Saturday, I'm going to be able to go out Saturday night with my friends, and they're going to order chicken wings or whatever they want, and I'm going to say, oh, I can have some of those because I'm not going crazy.
But like, couldn't you do like a 1 month like challenge, like weight?
Maybe.
You know,
yeah.
1 month keto, and then you'll be like, oh my, I lost 30 pounds.
Sober October.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
they're
kind
down,
of.
but-
So
Like,
Sober
just-
October.
Sober October.
Exactly.
I
Shout
know,
out to Burt Kreischer.
like, do you take your before
Tom's fat.
pictures,
Tom's
your
fat.
after pictures, whatever floats your boat.
Real
and
quick,
then once you lose like 30 pounds in 1 month, you'll be like, hey, I can do this another month, you know? And if not, then just do like, you know what? The next 3 months, I'm just going to do me. I'm going to go out the weekends. I'm going to do my 5 days.
Sure.
And then after the 3 months, be like, hey, new challenge. 1 month, 28 days. And then by the time you know it, you're down 60
Yeah,
pounds.
what can you not do for
You
28
could do-
days?
20 days?
28 days.
28 days?
Probably hold my hands
What
above
can-
my head. That would be really hard for like an hour. Are you kidding me? 28 days?
Dude, 15 minutes.
15
I'm
minutes,
like, I'm out.
done. I'm cooked.
I'm at the like store looking for shirts, and I'm like this on a higher rack, and I'm like, I'm done.
You're exhausted. You
I'm
gotta go
done.
take a nap. You gotta go lay down.
Yeah.
You just ate a rich carbohydrate filled meal, and you're holding your hands above your head. You gotta go lay down.
I had a
Carbohydrate
donut and a
meal.
pizza, and now I'm
I had
dead.
I had a donut on a slice of pizza, and now I'm tired.
Oh, it make me hungry.
For a donut on a slice of pizza. All right, guys, listen. I think that's it for our time.
We're gonna wrap it
Real,
up.
real
yeah.
quick, I just want to mention one more
we're
thing.
not done.
I just want to mention one more thing. It's important to be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So if being crazy strict isn't making you happy, even
Definitely
though it's giving you, you're going to see some results, but if you're not happy doing
I'm more
it,
of a guidelines
you
guy.
have to be flexible in what you're doing. You have to be happy with your own life and what you're actually.
Sure.
with your lifestyle. If a diet is making you absolutely miserable, it's not working for you. Because it should be working for you not only in results but also in happiness. You should be happy and energetic.
If that's not the most motivational thing I've heard all week.
In the words of Pirates,
I'm gonna go jog. I'm gonna go jog right now.
in the words of
somebody clip that.
In the words of Pirates of the Caribbean, what Nils said, they're more like guidelines.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we named the monkey Jack.
I'm a guideline type guy.
And with that,
all right, listen, guys. This has been Kegs and Eggs podcast episode number 2. Thanks for tuning in.
For those of you still with us, thank you.
Thanks for the live stream. First time live streaming, episode 2. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody wave.
Woo.